Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first video, hi, I'm Elena, and this is The Organized Money, where we talk about planning life and managing money. In last week's video, we talked about the 7 money mistakes that I made in my 20s, and in this week's video, I wanted to talk about the 7 money tips that I wish I knew sooner. These are 7 things that I either wish I would have started earlier or started to apply to my money life much sooner. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Number 1, focus on big ticket items and not smaller expenses. The first thing that I wish I would have applied sooner to my budget was focusing on bigger ticket items. Things like my rent and my car note affected my overall budget way more than smaller items like going to Starbucks or eating out. Once I switched gears and made sure things like my mortgage wasn't more than 30% of my overall income, I really saw the difference in my overall budget, in how much I was able to save, and in how much I was able to invest and do other things with. I really wish I would have looked at this advice much sooner and applied it to my overall budget. But now that I know, I definitely pay attention to the bigger ticket items on a more consistent basis. Number 2, I wish I would have known about secured credit cards and the benefits that they provide. While I was in college, I got my first credit card. I talked about it in the last video on the 7 money mistakes that I made in my 20s. But with this first credit card, I got myself in a bunch of trouble because I didn't have a secure job or consistent income at all in order to pay this card consistently. So I ended up having $25,000 in credit card debt by the time I graduated. I wish I would have known about the options that were available to build my credit safely. There are so many cards that are available out there that are secured, that you can put a deposit on. Cards like the Discover It Secure card and others like it would have saved me so much heartache and stress and money if I would have known about them sooner. The third money tip that I wish I would have known sooner is how to negotiate. I wish I would have known all of the negotiating tactics that I needed much earlier in life. I took every job offer as it was stated and as it was offered during the job interview. I've never tried to negotiate my salary, my job description. I've never negotiated any promotions or any terms. I took everything at face value, and I believe that it hindered my overall growth in my career. I was in public accounting for 8 years, and now I am trying to learn all of the negotiating tactics that I believe I should have learned in my 20s. The fourth money tip that I wish I knew sooner was how to delay gratification. I wanted everything immediately. Luxury cars, really nice purses, vacations, eating out at fancy restaurants. I didn't want to wait for anything. And once I learned my overall money history, my money personality, and learned how to be okay in the wait, I really feel like I became so much better in my overall financial journey. I learned how to be satisfied and grateful for where I am and what I have right now. I learned how to enjoy the journey and not be so obsessed with the overall destination. And I also defined what being rich meant to me. I decided that I didn't really want all of those things that I thought that I wanted, all of the materialistic things like luxury cars and purses. I didn't actually want those. I only wanted them because I believed that that's what I was supposed to want. And now I have redefined what it actually means to be rich, which in my mind is more time with my family and more experiences with them. And now that I have defined time and my experiences as my true wealth, it has really adjusted how I see money and how I spend my money overall. Number 5, I wish I would have known how passive income worked. And this one might be better stated as I wish I would have put myself out there sooner in my entrepreneurship journey. I was so incredibly nervous to put myself out there. I created my YouTube channel in 2014, but it took me 3 years to post consistently to YouTube. So even though I had a channel in 2014, I didn't start posting until 2017. And it was because I was so nervous of how I would be judged, or the things that I was going to talk about, of if I had anything to actually put out there that was of value, or if people would like my videos. So I doubted myself for so long, and it just took me so long to actually work up the nerve to do it, that I missed out on so many opportunities and so much money in the long run, because YouTube is a form of passive income. So I wish I just would have taken the leap much sooner. Number 6, I wish I would have learned about investing and compound interest much sooner. I used to always hear different terms thrown around like Roth IRA and 401k, but I didn't really fully understand the importance of investing or what it really meant. I thought that investing was all about stocks in the stock market, and it was super risky. And if you weren't investing in individual stocks, I just didn't think anything else of it. And had I known the true importance of it, I probably would have started much sooner. I did open a Roth IRA in my 20s, but I didn't understand what I was actually doing. So I took all the money out of it in my 30s when I had my first child, and I just needed some extra money. Had I known how much money or how much that withdrawal would have hurt my overall finances, I definitely wouldn't have done it, and I would have left it where it was. Number 7, started learning about money sooner. I wish I would have started reading more books, taking courses, watching YouTube videos, reading blogs, doing all the things that I started doing later on in life. I wish I would have started sooner. There is so much that I avoided learning in the past because I wanted to spend recklessly. I wanted to rely on my current behaviors, and I knew that my behavior wasn't the best thing for me. So I just felt like if I didn't know that it was okay that I was doing these types of activities, that I would get to it whenever I got to it. And it definitely took me much longer to get back on track, just because I wanted to just keep doing what I was doing. But I am so happy that I have the knowledge that I have now. And if you are interested in learning more about planning life and managing money, make sure that you check out Tom Academy. Tom Academy is my Patreon group. It is $25 a month, and there is a bunch of things that I offer within the group. We have 2 live classes every single week, on Monday and on Thursday, and we also have a bunch of other resources that are available to you. If you're interested, make sure that you check out this video where I talk more about it. So those are the 7 money tips that I wish I would have known sooner. Do you have any additional tips that you wish you would have known? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. And I will see you in the next video. Until then, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye guys.